Hello guys, it's T-Carp. I know I haven't been here in a while. Sorry about that leave of absence, but I promised you around July the 4th I would make a video, and I tallied. You guys responded very well, and I'm very appreciative of everybody responding. I'm going to make a review on the Ruger LCP. And this is my own personal Ruger LCP. It's not one that's loaned to me or anything like that. And I've had extensive care and carrying it just every day. This is my everyday carry gun. The one thing I love about this gun, as you know, it's extremely lightweight. As you can see, it's extremely thin compared to some other guns. So as you'll see, this is a great little gun for the money. Now, in one of my previous videos, I carried this gun in my pocket for about 6 months. I didn't lube it or anything, and I had a lot of issues. So the one thing I am going to say about this gun is, first and foremost, it does need a lot of lube. But let's get to some things real quick. If you're a first-time gun buyer, or if you've never seen one of these or heard of one of these shoot what's known as a 380 or a 380 ACP, or some parts of the world they call it a 9mm short. The reason they call that is the same width around as a 9mm. It's just not as long. So it doesn't have as much power behind it, but it's still a very, very good defensive load, and it's a lot better than nothing. No, it is not a 45, but yes, I believe it will stop somebody, and I do trust my life with it. Plus, it's hard. A lot of people on the internet, including Nut and Fancy, do size and mobility versus firepower. With this one, you've got 6 plus 1. The plus 1 means you can leave one in the chamber. It's got no external safeties. Your safety is in your head, between your ears. That's really should be your only safety. But the reason why they do that is because this is meant to be held in your pocket, in like a pocket holster, like such. When you pull it out, you don't want to be having to fiddle with a lot of safeties. The safety also is, I believe, around a 6-pound trigger pull. It's nice. It's pretty crisp. So it's a very, very good gun. I do like the trigger. You have to get used to it though. This gun is not extremely accurate. From about 10-15 yards, you do have to practice with these things. Let's get down to some other things. You can pick one of these up for about $300 to $400. Right now, they're easily broken down, and I'm going to do that for you. To break these down, I use just a little knife or whatnot. And you've got a pin right here. Make sure that the trigger is pulled. You got to make sure it's all the way back. So we're going to make sure everything's good there. Now, you have a takedown pin right here. All you have to do is kind of get that and just pop that up. Once you pop that up, you pull that out. The slide comes right off, and it comes into a couple pieces. Now, as you can see, I've really stepped up the lube on mine. I've really kept lube up here, which was the issue in the first place. You have your spring and your barrel. And what you can do is you can take some lube and you can always make sure you clean off all the other parts. The biggest part I like to make sure is clean on mine is this feed ramp right here. It's pretty much where the bullet comes, and it rides right up into the cylinder. So you want to make sure that that's really, really clean. Also, you want to make sure all this other stuff is clean. And to put it back, it's just the same way. Just pretty much take the barrel, slide it in. Make sure this metal part is right there on that little notch. Put that in there. And of course, you slide this right back on. You kind of hold it down and put your pin in. Got to kind of push that back a little bit. There we go. Rack it back a couple times, and you dry fire just to make sure. Now this is a special edition. This has the engravings in it. I don't know if you can see that, but it does have the engravings. I like this gun a lot. The one thing you have to make sure is you have to make sure it is lubed, because what will happen is if it is not lubed all the way, you'll have kind of this issue right here. It will stay right there, and you've really got to kind of punch that back in. and that comes from just all the dirt and gunk and the dust that gets in your pockets and stuff like that when carrying every day. And this is an everyday carry gun. Now, I don't recommend this as your primary home defense. A shotgun or a bigger rifle or whatnot, or a bigger gun would be my personal choice. But you know what? This is a lot better than nothing. A lot of people will say, "Oh, it's not a 9 or not a 45," but the thing is, it's very hard to. Would you want to stand in front of a .38 and get shot by one? I didn't think so. So I highly recommend the Ruger LCP. Very, very good gun for the price. They run about $300 right now. I picked this special edition up for about $400 tax and all. So in the state of Tennessee, you have that 10% sales tax and other tax like that. And I highly recommend these guns, guys, because who knows what's coming up in October, November. It's always good to be armed. Guys, thank you. This is T-Carp signing off.